Hi, I'm Dr. Noella Piquette. I'm one of the professors that you are going to have in PS1 for educational psychology, and I have been asked to outline very briefly what you can expect through educational psychology. So first of all, I think the foundational information is to understand that it's about human development, learning, and also motivation, which are fairly key components with your future career as a practicum student. In our course, research and theories are going to be discussed and really countered against your own learning, first of all. In order for you to understand how another student learns, you really need to know more about yourself. So that's where we'll begin. And the goal is to better understand your future students in your practicum in PS1, but then continuing on throughout your entire career as a teacher. In looking at Psych, because it's a very broad discipline, we have put it together under three particular questions in order to guide your learning. So the first one is, what is learning? And then how do we learn? And then why do we learn? And those three questions are really important because of the varied backgrounds of the students that you're going to have. So why is Ed Psych important for you to know? Well, it really boils down to diversity. Your students are going to be different. They're going to be different from each other in a variety of ways. And when we look at diversity and differences, it's going to show up through racial, ethnic, socioeconomic, gender, religious orientations. It's also going to show up from urban versus rural. It shows up from the lens that we're looking at. If we were raised in Canada, we have a particular way of looking at things because of our experiences, versus if you were raised in another country, that may not be the same. Okay. The differences also would include blended families, as well as the whole host of other ways that families can come together. So what's the format of our class? Well, it's obviously instructor dependent, and I believe that there's 7 sections and 4 instructors. But the one thing that we all have agreed upon is that it's going to be synchronous for the first section. The timetable is consistent with the calendar. So, for example, if you were coming to my class on Tuesday at 1 o'clock, that's the time that we would start every week. Class time will consist of mini lectures, videos, activities, some asynchronous activities, and of course everything will be based on the assigned readings. You'll be given ample time to be thinking and discussing within class. I think that we're all really putting in an effort to make sure that you have that sense of community, but also the more that you talk about things, the more that you start to think about it in a different way. Attendance is mandatory. Resources to be utilized. This textbook, which will be an e-text that you have available through the University of Lethbridge. It's Educational Psychology, the 7th Canadian edition by Anita Woolfolk, as well as Winnie and Perry, who are 2 instructors out of UBC, and Simon Fraser. There'll be supplemental readings from Alberta Education, supplemental articles and other professional readings. These will be posted onto Moodle by your instructors, and everything that we will be doing as a class will start on Moodle and begin on Zoom as well. Those are the 2 main platforms that we'll be using, and then of course there'll be other wonderful tools that you and possibly us will be discovering throughout EdPsych. I welcome you to the course, and I look forward to meeting all of you. Have a fantastic semester.